So here, good morning students, here I'll welcome you in today's class. So in the last lecture, we have learned about detailed information about the Buddhism and the Jainism. Now, apart from it, there were the other religions that were ancient. So today we are going to learn about it. So in this, the first one is the Lokayat. Lokayat is what the ancient trend of thought is known as the Lokayat. Lokayat means what? Ancient trend of thought. Ancient trend of thought is known as the Lokayat. So it gives the importance to independent thought and rejected authority of the Vedas. मतलब इसमें कहते हैं because that we have learned in the last lecture that Vedas, the day by day to understanding the Veda is too difficult to the common people. So they rejected all that such kind of thoughts, and the new religions came to exist. So we are going to learn about it. The first one is the Judaism. Judaism is what the people who are belonging to the Jewish religion. Those are in Jewish religion. This people is known as the Judaism. Basically, these people, they arrived at Kerala. They arrived in Kochi. This Kochi, it is in Kerala, near about 1st to 3rd century of Christian era. Okay. And what they believe? They believe that there is only one God. And Judaism, these people give more importance to the justice, truth, humility, charity, self-respect, peace, compassion, love, and ethical speech. Ethical speech means a meaningful speech. This give importance to this. And then we have the second ancient religion is the Christianity. That students we knows very well that Christianity is founded by the Jesus Christ. And there were the 12 disciples. Disciples means the follower. 12 followers of the Christianism were there. And one of that, the Saint Thomas. He came to an Kerala in a 1st century. Who came in a Kerala? The Saint Thomas in Kerala in 1st century. So there he established a church at Palavar in a Trichur district. Near about in 52 CE, means in a Christian era 52, there he established what? A church. So as per the teaching of the Christianity, what they said that there is only one God. What? There is only one God, and he is the loving father of all. And they said that the Jesus Christ is the son of God. Jesus Christ is what they are? Son of God. So we have learned that the Jesus Christ is the son of a God who came to earth for the service of the people. According to teaching of the Christianity, that we all are brothers and sisters, and even we have to love to our enemies also. What? We have to love to our enemies, and we have to forget what the bad thing is done by what the bad thing is done by our enemy. Okay, so we all have to forget that also. And the Bible is the holy book. Bible is the holy book of Christianity, and their prayer house, Christianity's prayer house, is the church. What is a holy book of the Christian? Dear Bible. And if they wanted to worship, if they wanted to pray, so they goes to the church. Now the Islam is the monastic religion. Okay, Monotheistic religion means it's a single religion. They also said that there is only one God, that is Allah. There is only one, that is Allah. And Muhammad is a prophet. Prophet means is a follower, great follower who established a Islam religion. And the message of God is given to all the people through Quran Sharif. Means in Hindus, the holy book is the Bhagavad Gita. In a Christian, the holy book is the Bible. And Islam, the holy book is the Quran Sharif. The word Islam means peace. It also means that we have to surrender to the Allah. What is mean by Islam? Islam means a peace, and we have to surrender to Allah and the teaching of all powerful. And the teaching of Allah is what? That Allah is eternal. They have all the powers. They have all the powers, and that Allah is also merciful, means that He is so kind. And the purpose of existence means why we all are there, to only worship the Allah. Whether it is you, whether it is me, we all are here only for the worship of the Allah. And student, the Quran Sharif, it gives the guidance on how man should behave in life since ancient time. There have been a trade relation in between India and Arabia. Even the Arab traders used to visit the ports on the coast of Kerala. So that's why, see, when the Arab came, that we have learned in the third lesson that the civilization, in Harappan civilization, we have an ancient trade relationship with the Arab people. So that's why Arab traders, they visited the ports on the coast of Kerala. So Islam spread in Arabia in 7th century. When? In a 7th century. See, the Christian people, they came to in Kerala on the coast at first century. Jewish people, they came on the in Kochi, Kerala, in around 1st to 3rd century. And even Islam also came to an India in 7th century. And the Islam came along with the Arab traders. And we know the holy book of Islam is a Quran Sharif, and the prayer house of Islam is the mosque. Basically, we called it as a masjid also. Then the Zoroastrian means whatever the secret text. The Zoroastrian people and Vedic people, they shared their ties. And the secret text, just in Hindus have a Bhagavad Gita, and Islam have Quran Sharif. Christianity has the Bible. In the same way, Zoroastrian also has a secret text, that is the Avesta. That is what? Avesta. And the language is written in this Avesta is similar as a Rig Veda. The language of the Rig Veda and Avesta, they both are similar. Even why with these Zoroastrian people, basically we called it as a Parsi. Why we call these people as a Parsi? Because these people came from a Pars. Pars is a country. Pars is a country in Iran. Pars is a province or area in the Iran country. So that's why we call these people as a Parsi. So students, it is believed that these Zoroastrian, the Parsi people, first they came to an India in Gujarat in 8th century. Zoroastrian came to an India in which century? 8th century. And the name of the god of a Zoroastrian is the Ahur Mazda. They have the Ahur Mazda. And students, that in Hindus we have a lots of idols to worship. But the Parsi, in their temple. A holy fire get burns and they worship to that only. And the main principle of the Zoroastrian is the good thought, good words, and good deeds. It means we have to conduct very properly. We are supposed to do behave with a good thought. We are supposed to use a good words. Okay, so students, as along with this, we have done with our lesson.